Welcome to the massive disused power station on the South Bank, which is also affectionately known as the Tate Modern. Yes, and believe what it says there in the writing, it's free and it's open to all, so let's go in and have a look. This is the entrance area, and even here you've got great galleries looking down into it, and when we came in they had sort of floating drones, as you can see here, and they do change the exhibitions around, so who knows what you'll see when you walk in. Most of the place is free. Sometimes they have some exhibits on and you have to pay a little bit of money if you want to go in and see those. But my recommendation would be go online and book your free ticket, because then you can just turn up, show your ticket and go in. Oh, and a word of warning, don't do what I did, which is book to go to the Tate Britain when actually I was at the Tate Modern, because it's easily done and I'm the proof. The first piece of art I want to show you is this installation, which is this crack which you can see across the floor, which was purposely done in a piece of art called Shibboleth 2007, which was opened in February 2012. It was created by the artist to symbolise the racial hatred and divisions within society. You can see the width of the crack that's been filled in, and within the first 7 weeks there were 15 accidents where people weren't paying attention and tripped into the holes. The crack went the whole length of the Turbine Hall. It's really easy to get around the Tate Modern, and these maps are all over the place, and as you can see, one of the buildings has 6 floors and the other has 10, but there aren't galleries on all the floors, so you can see what's going on quite easily from these maps. In this video I want to show you some of the art that's available for you to come down and see, and also give you some of the history into the Tate Modern as well. Do you remember I said it was a good idea to book tickets if you're going to come down here and you know you're coming here? Well, the reason for that is the Tate Modern is the 3rd most visited museum in the world. The power station was originally built in 2 stages, the first being built in 1947 and the second in 1963, and then the power station was closed in 1981. For many years after the closure, it was at risk of being demolished by developers, but many people campaigned for the building to be saved and put forward suggestions for possible new uses. This piece of artwork you're looking at here is made purely with radios. So when you come into this room, you can hear different radio stations playing, and also different bits from those radio stations, such as the shipping forecast or the news. It wasn't until April 1994 that it was announced that the Tate Gallery would make this their home for their new Tate Modern. At a cost of £134 million, the conversion was made from power station into the Tate Modern, which was completed and opened in January 2000. To give you an idea how popular this gallery is, the Tate Modern in its first year received 5.25 million visitors. The previous year, the 3 existing Tate galleries only received 2.5 million. When the building originally opened, only 2 of the 3 spaces were available then. That was the Turbine Hall, which you've seen us walk through, and also the front section that overlooks St Paul's and the Millennium Bridge. As you can see, as we've been walking around, it was a busy day at the Tate, but it didn't actually feel like it because the rooms are so large, which also means you can have really large exhibitions, just like this one. Don't ask me what it is, it's something hanging, and it looks like something B-type, I don't know. If you're in the gallery, this is a fantastic vantage point. It's the only bridge that takes you across from the North Tower to the South Tower, so it's well worth coming here because you get a fantastic view back down the Turbine Hall. The new building, the Switch House, opened to the public in 2016, but it had some major engineering works it had to deal with, including these steel tanks down in the basement of the 10-storey building. This is one of the 3 oil tanks which was originally used by the power station, which has now been turned into a gallery, which, as you can see, you can walk in and have a look. Two of the tanks are used to show live performance art and installations, whilst the third provides utility space. The Tate describes them as the world's first museum galleries permanently dedicated to live art. So if you're coming here, make sure you do get down to level 0, which is actually the basement level. There are many different famed artists who have their work here, but let's show you some of these to start with, some Picassos. Again, with the gallery so large, you can get really up close to all of these pieces of art. A moment of truth here. Now, I would not profess myself to be an art critic or expert, far from it, but this is definitely my favourite artist, Salvador Dali. So I was pleased to see that here. And if you're coming up with the family, yes, that is a flat picture, but look at the illusion that it gives you. And it's great to bring the children so they can see all of these as well, because this will keep them entertained. I must admit, when I was young and taken to art galleries, I'd always find these particular parts of the exhibition and spend hours just looking at them. If you're enjoying the video, do us a favour and hit the thumbs up button. That means we can get this video spread out to more people across YouTube so they can love London as well. And maybe they'll appreciate the artwork that we've got on display here as well. For those that like to be entertained, and that includes me, hands up here, I love this section. These are all lenticular printed, so when you look at them one way, they look one way, and when you look at them from another, they completely change. Have a good look as I change the camera angle. So we've shown you around the ex-power station that is now the Tate Modern. So what's been your favourite piece of art that you've seen? Do let us know, put it in the comments down below, it'd be really interesting to see, and I bet we get a wide variety of answers. I've got to admit, we're so lucky in London to have so many free, fantastic museums that you can go and visit. But remember, do book your ticket in advance because it can get busy down there. But as you can see, there's plenty of space to go and see. So if you really enjoyed having a look around the Tate Modern, I've put a link to the Wellington military barracks where the foot guards are, and you'll be able to see their silverware, which is exclusively shown to us, which is created by Tiffany. So if you want to go and see that, click on there. See you there.